Friday night, party at the park for San Diego fans. Manager Bud Black hopes he can RSVP to a Padres party in the park tonight. Last night, the Astros parlayed defense with power in taking game one of this homestand 7-4. Dustin Mosley on the mound hopes to reverse a 1-0 loss to the Astros in April. And from downtown San Diego, beautiful Petco Park, Friday night baseball. The Houston Astros and San Diego Padres, second game of this 4-game weekend series. And good evening, everyone, with Mark Grant, Dick Enberg. The Padres succumbed to a terrible inning, a 6-out inning. That's the undoing of any team, as the Astros scored 5 times in the third last night on their way to a 7-4 win. And this Houston Astro team, despite the fact they're down in the cellar of the Central Division, they've won 6 of their last 7. They're hitting over 300 in that 7-game stretch, and they're winning games on the road.
I've always felt that this Houston Astros team has some firepower, but right now the home run is not the big story with these Astros. They rank 15th in the National League, but last night they had a guy by the name of Chris Johnson that hit a home run, number 6 on the year, and the El Caballo, Carlos Lee, he hit a double, the hanging breaking ball. You're going to get hurt all the time on that pitch. But when you got a guy like Chris Johnson hitting number 7 in the lineup who shows that kind of power, this is what's going to help the Houston Astros. They had a game at Wrigley Field where they hit 4 home runs. Very uncharacteristic, but they're putting a lot of hits together and scoring a lot of runs.
7.3 runs per game in the 4-game winning streak, and more importantly, in the 7 games in which they have won 6, they have collected 10 hits or more in every one of those 7 games. And last night they played a little casino, 7-11, 7 runs, 11 hits.
You know, one thing that the Astros have done in the lineup, they moved Keppinger up to the number 5th spot behind Carlos Lee. Carlos Lee, sure, he's got some pop, but Keppinger, if guys get on before him, he puts the ball in play. That's why they score a lot of runs, and it helps to have a guy like Michael Bourne leading off with that speed.
Well, manager Bud Black hopes he'll get more production out of Kristen Noria, the leading hitter. He's in the leadoff spot tonight, and we'll see Aaron Cunningham make his first start as a Padre this year. Let's look at the starting pitching matchup tonight. J.A. needs a Y, but he just says, call me J. Happ. He is 3-6. He was the Phillies' #1 draft pick a couple of years ago. He was the primary acquisition when they sent Roy Oswalt to Philadelphia midseason last year. And Dustin Mosley, 1-6. He pitched very well in Houston, but no run support and lost a tough one, 1-0 back in April. So we're all set. Game 2 on a beautiful Friday night. Party at the park. Will that include a win for San Diego? Shelter Island to Point Loma. A little taste of everything here in this great city of ours. Lots to absorb in its beauty. And we're in one of the fine ballparks in America, Petco Park, and set to go as right-hander Dustin Mosley, 29-year-old from Texarkana, Arkansas, looks for his second win of the year, hoping to earn some run support. 2 runs a game is what the Padre offense has given him. That's the lowest in the major leagues. Maybe tonight's the night for a breakout. Mosley will face this lineup for the Houston Astros, and there's more punch in it than a lot of folks expected. Michael Bourne, the base stealer, on the leadoff spot. Clint Barmas, then Hunter Pence, an all-star. Carlos Lee hits cleanup. Jeff Keppinger bats fifth. Brett Wallace, a good-looking young first baseman. He's hitting .320. Chris Johnson at third base, homered last night, his 6th of the year. J.R. Tolles behind the plate. And Jay Happ, the pitcher, and our lineup brought to you by the Prize Patrol, presented by Jerome's Furniture. Text winning to 269-411 to enter. Brad Mills in his second year at the helm of the Astros, and we're set to go. First pitch of the game is a tailing fastball, ball 1. Bourne hitting .272 and leads the National League with 22 steals. And he leads the league in infield hits as well, 14, picked up 1 last night, and bunt hits, 5 of those. He uses his wheels. 2-1 barks out Greg Gibson, the plate umpire.
I mentioned it last night. One of the keys to get out Michael Bourne is to have him hit the ball in the air.
And he does, on cue. Shortstop Bartlett backpedals. 1 away. Here's Bud Black's defensive alignment. Headley and Bartlett on the left side. Forsythe, the rookie, at second, and Cantu at the bag tonight. Ludwig DeNorfia in center. Aaron Cunningham, his first start of this season since being recalled from Tucson. Rob Johnson, the catcher, and Mosley on the mound. Clint Barmas. Always a troublesome out for the Padres. In fact, lifetime, his average is .305 against the Padres. That's better than he has hit against any other team. Overall at .224. 1-1.
Well, I know we talked about the defense quite a bit in the pregame show, but after last night's game, Buddy Black in his press conference, boy, you could just see it on his face. He was really disgusted with the way the defense played last night.
Whoa, that one almost undressed Dustin Mosley as Barmas rips one back through the box for the first hit of the game.
You can just see it in his face, in the tone of his voice. And the guys, no, they're not trying to throw the ball away. They're not trying to throw it into the camera well. But these are big leaguers, and they got to make the play, and they know that.
Well, these are the 2 teams that have been the least crisp in Bud Black's terminology. He says we're not playing crisp defense. In fact, Houston has 47 errors this year, the Padres 46. And those 46 errors have created 30 unearned runs. All of last year, 32. We're just over a third of the way through the season, and almost matching the gift total of a year ago of 32 unearned runs. Hunter Pence, and the count 2 strikes. He gets my vote for one of the all-star spots. I know there are a lot of good outfielders around the National League, but his combined play as a hitter, batting .315, leading in home runs, second in the league in RBIs, and maybe the best right fielder defensively.
Well, here's a key situation where I talked to Darren Balsley before the game. The 0-2 pitch. It seems like the Padre pitchers have not been able to put guys away 0-2. And I said, do you think it's a case of too bad of an 0-2 pitch? He said, exactly. You know, it's not that in-betweener where a guy will fish for it. It's so bad that they just spit on it and it goes to 1-2.
That one was almost a two-seamer that came back and caught the outside corner. 1-2 to Pence.
Now, the reason why I think Hunter Pence does not swing at this one because he can't hit it. That's a darn good pitch.
That is. That's a pitcher's pitch. Corner at the knees. 1-2. Barmas off first. 1 out. Pence in the midst of a 14-game hitting streak. That's second best currently in the National League. Terrio has a 16-game string for the Dodgers. Batting .417 during these 14 games. Pence backs him off. 2-2.
This is the big pitch here, 2-2. You don't want to go 3-2, then Brad Mills might put something on. So Dustin Mosley likes to throw that two-seamer down and away. Got him set up for something down and away right here after that high and tight fastball.
Target's inside. Let's see whether Johnson just sets up there to give Pence a feeling and then slides outside.
I like it when guys double up, though. I've mentioned that before as well. After inside off the plate, go right back inside for a strike.
Back through the middle. Another base hit through the box. Barmes turns and holds. Denorfia gets it in. So that is the hit avenue for Houston here in the first. Two solid singles. Barmes and Pence right back through to center field.
Stayed on that slider nicely. And Dustin Mosley, he's not a strikeout pitcher. There's going to be a lot of contact. So 0-2, get ahead 1-2, try to put him away or take a bad swing. That slider just catches too much of the plate. And we saw that last night with Tim Stauffer on the mound. High breaking balls, and he got hurt by them.
Well, Mosley threw the good pitch. Should have been strike three.
Right.
But Pence didn't offer and got the call. Carlos Lee, the big man. 4 home runs. Knocked in his 28th run with a ground rule double last night. Equipment problem here?
Something in his eye. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you if Carlos Lee is a contact lens wearer. Maybe an eyelash. See, this is where I would change the rules of the game if I was commissioner. The guy has to hit right now. He's got something in his eye. Hey, hang with him.
And you'd let him use a cork bat and the pitcher scuff up the ball. I know you got all those good things going. By the way, interesting statistic for these Houston Astros, as you see they attend to Carlos Lee. And it would surprise some that have been following National League action. They're the second best team in the league with runners in scoring position. They're hitting .278. Only the Cardinals have a better record. So here they have it. First inning. Already a man in scoring position. Barmes. Pence at first. Foul.
And Dustin Mosley's the type of pitcher who can get the ground ball with the best of him when he is on with that two-seam fastball. Carlos Lee has only grounded into 3 double plays this year. Brett Wallace leads in that category with 7.
Lee, a fly ball home run hitter. Off the outside corner, 1-1.
Well, looks like it might be one of those nights. And as a pitcher, you just got to erase that. But if you can consistently hit that spot 8 out of 10 times, you might eventually get that call from Greg Gibson.
Lee, a 3-time All-Star. Grounds it to third. Could be 2. Long way for Headley. Can they come back? Lee runs well enough to beat it out. That was a tough ball. As soon as Headley had to give ground and go to the foul line, it made his throw to second much too lengthy, and Forsythe couldn't turn it. First and third then with 2 outs.
You can see you're absolutely right. 1, 2, 3. 3 steps back, and not the best throw to second base. Logan Forsythe hangs in there nicely. Look at this little sinker. Has to get out of the way, so thrown back on the heels. And Carlos Lee, the El Caballo, he gets down the line okay.
On to third. Barmes, Lee at first, and it's second baseman Jeff Keppinger. Just activated last week. He flies it to right center. Denorfia calling, and so is the right fielder Cunningham, and he has it. The inning is over. Mosley pitches around with a couple of 1-out singles, and we go to the bottom of the first. Denorfia former Northwestern University star. He is 3-6 on the season, 4.66 ERA after coming over to the Astros midseason last year. 2 years ago was 12-4 as a rookie with the Phils. And his pitcher profile was brought to you by Bank of America, setting opportunity in motion here in San Diego to help our community and our economy. He's a big, tall guy, 6'6", this left-hander. And he's tall with the first couple of pitches. Denorfia leading Padre average, 3.06.
Yeah, when the Phillies wanted Roy Oswald, they knew that they had to give something up that was big, and this guy's got some tremendous upside. Fastball, change, slider, curve, and Dick, you know what? Guess what his second best pitch is that he goes with?
Well, I'm going to guess changeup.
Yeah,
that's the
we've seen that a lot, haven't we?
pitch du jour.
Yep.
Misses there, and Denorfia has the count in his favor, 3-1.
And another guy who throws in the mid-90s, 94-ish. And he'll throw that changeup at any time, even in a hitter's count like this, 3-1.
Pins the outside corner at 88. And Denorfia works Happ for an opening walk. And a check of the Padres starting lineup brought to you by Evans Tire and Service Centers, home of the free alignment. Bartlett following Denorfia, then Headley, who's in the midst of his best ever hitting streak, 12 straight games. Ludwig cleanup, Cantu bats 5th. Cunningham in the lineup 6th. Logan Forsythe in the 7 hole. The Rob Johnson catching, and Mosley the number 9 hitter. Bartlett takes ball 1. Robbed in the first inning last night. His bloop bid for a base hit to right became an outstanding catch by Hunter Pence, who came racing in, sliding, and gloved it right off the top of the turf. Somebody says that's a balk. It was second base umpire Sam Holbrook.
Wow.
You could hear him bark it out. That's a balk.
Yeah, I never understood why a second base umpire calls a balk when the first base umpire has the best look at it. Let's check it out. Why? I don't know.
You could hear the voice coming, and
Sure.
It wasn't from the first base umpire, Tishner. Padres will gladly accept that. They have a runner at second with no one out now, and a walk and a balk. And the count goes 2-0 to Bartlett, perhaps upsetting Happ.
Well, let's take another look. Leg kick. He doesn't cross the rubber. I don't know. Maybe they got him for stepping too close towards home plate. Beyond that 45-degree angle. Maybe that was it.
Out of play. It's his first major league balk, so I'm sure he hasn't changed his move suddenly here 2 months into the season. He just perhaps a little hitch in the get along.
There's some pitchers that'll throw them all out of whack between the ears. Let's see if the Padres can take advantage.
2-1. Line trying to go to right field, but lines it into the first row and then skips back. So a gift opportunity early for the Padres. One of those rare times they have a chance to take the lead in the early innings. That's happened only 17 times all year. This is the 58th game. They're 13-4 when they score first. Again, trying to shoot that ball to the opposite field so that he can move Denorfia over.
And from a left-handed pitcher, the idea from Jay Happ is you throw a breaking ball down and into a righty, it's very hard to inside out that ball to the right side. Therefore, a ground ball to the left side keeps that ball in front of the runner and keeps him at second base. So ideally, Happ wants a grounder to the third baseman, Johnson.
Another foul. He was going to pull that one, and there is a very inviting hole on that left side of the infield with Johnson, the third baseman, playing tight to the line, and the shortstop Barmes is very close to second base. That's quite an avenue there between the shortstop and third baseman. Tempting. Another foul slapped off to the right. Good at bat by Bartlett. On deck, Chase Headley, and then Ryan Ludwig batting cleanup.
You know, as a pitcher, you throw some nasty pitches, they foul it off, you start scratching your head. Do I need to invent a pitch here, or do I go to my strength?
Five straight foul balls.
Yeah, I think Happ's strength is that breaking ball down and in this situation.
There it is, but it misses the inside corner, and Bartlett has worked the count full. Denorfia walked on a 3-2 pitch.
Always have to be aware of Barmes at shortstop. Watch for the timing play, the pickoff play at second base.
Happ does walk about 4.5 men per 9 innings. Line drive, one hopper, backhanded by Barmes, and he gets the out. So unable to pull it enough to get it through the hole. Hit it sharply, but for the first out, and the runner had to hold at second. Here's the defense for the Astros, brought to you by North County GMC, a Southern California tradition for over 20 years. Chris Johnson, Clint Barmes, Keppinger and Wallace, Lee, Bourne, and Pence in the outfield, Tolles behind the plate, and Jay Happ on the mound. Headley batting right-handed, of course, against the lefty. And this year, unlike last season, where there was a great disparity between how well he hit left-handed and how poorly he was able to connect right-handed, he's almost dead even from both sides. 273 right, 275 left. 1-1.
Well, Jay Happ gets a good downward action, good downward plane. Straight over the head. Not a lot of arm swing, but almost a short armor on top to try to work down in the zone.
Skips that one, a changeup. 2-1. Headley batting .341 in this 12-game hitting streak. Lifetime 6 for 18 against Houston. Looked like he was trying to shoot that one to right field.
Yeah, Wallace way off the line at first base.
Laying straight up in the outfield, but swung around to pull on the infield.
Looks like Bourne is playing a little on the deep side as well in center field.
Fouls it away. That's 20 pitches already for Happ. Now Bourne can play deep because of his great speed. Gold Glove outfielder the last 2 years for Houston. One out, Denorfia off second. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to Barmes, and Denorfia is going to advance to third. And another put out, 6-3. So 2 away. And it's up to Ludwig, the top run producer for the Padres this year, with 36 RBIs. Last 20 games, Ludwig hitting .367. Raising his average up to that .252, tops in homers and runs batted in. Ground ball, fair ball, and Johnson fires across, and Jay Happ works out of his own problem. Denorfia presented with a walk and a balk, no one out at second, and then 3 groundouts. Bartlett, Headley, and Ludwig. Nothing on the board for San Diego. complete the 4-game series at 3:35 start time, not 1 o'clock, 3:35. And the first 8,000 of you kids 14 and younger will receive a Padres ice cream bowl helmet set. You can also run the bases after the game. Don't wait. Get your tickets tonight. Save $5 per ticket only at Padres.com. So they're two different colors of the.
Yep, it's the old school and the recent helmet logo.
Chocolate and maybe blueberry vanilla.
Oh, is that your favorite?
Well, I like them all.
2 helmets, 3 spoons. Do the math on that one.
That's the set. Well,
that's the set.
I've seen you eat, so a couple of spoons.
I'll wear out these spoons with the best of them. That's why it comes with 3.
Brett Wallace leads off, second inning.
Oh, that pizza's got no chance.
One hopper at Bartlett, actually skids on the second hop, and Bartlett throws out Wallace. He too, like the Padres in the first inning, hit the ball well, but directed it right to a glove. Chris Johnson steps up, third baseman, homered last night.
Well, you like to see the quick outs for Dustin Mosley, that's for sure. Last time out for Dustin, 5 innings, 81 pitches. That's just too much, and he knows that. As I mentioned before, he's not a strikeout guy. So contact early, hopefully keeps it on the ground.
Johnson hits one into right center field. How far will that carry? All the way to the 400 sign. Johnson has a triple on his mind. Here comes the relay. He's on his way to third. A strong throw will get him, and he makes it safely. Johnson able to hustle his way with a head-first slide into third, just ahead of the relay by Logan Forsythe.
Well, right off the bat, no pun intended, Chris Johnson beats the shift. He split the right center field gap on a ball that was down and in, hands through first, and then Logan Forsythe, he proved in Washington he's got an accurate, strong arm, just a little bit off to the outfield side of third base. What a great relay by Logan.
And a little lower, a little high, and no time for Headley to slap the tag down. So a 1-out triple by Johnson, who continues to have a torrid couple of weeks. He has 10 RBIs the last 13 games. And it's up to J.R. Tolles. Padre infield playing tight, alert to a possible squeeze. Tolles just a 200 hitter. Ground ball by Mosley, booted, throw to first, and they get him anyway. There's a 6-4-3 single out. Bartlett had it run up his arm, but it carried him right to Forsythe, who alertly fired to first for the out.
Credit Logan Forsythe for going over and shadowing the play, just keeping an eye, almost like a foul ball near the dugout. The catcher's got a bead on it, but the first baseman is there just in case it bounces off. Logan Forsythe, quick snap throw, gets him by a quarter step. Nicely done.
And the runner had to hold at third because they thought that Bartlett, playing in on the grass, was going to field it cleanly. Alert job. So 2 outs. Watch out for the guy at the plate. He is the pitcher, but he's also the pitcher with the best batting average in the major leagues as he steps in. 7 for 18 with a home run in his last game against Arizona. And Mosley treating him with respect. Foles 2-0. He does take a nice swing.
Dustin Mosley just banking on that 2-seam fastball away the first 3 pitches of this at-bat. If he gets the 2 strikes, he might throw him a breaking ball.
That's in there. Fastball at 90. 2-2.
Well, we know the numbers, right, for J-Hap. He can hit a little bit, and he's just not going to throw one over the center of the plate. How about a wrinkle? How about a slider right here?
Over but low.
The backdoor slider, just low. So he's pitching J-Hap like he's a middle of the lineup type guy.
Yeah, that scouting report says he can swing the lumber. So a full count.
Fastball away.
Struck him out. Fouled into the glove of Johnson. And for the second inning, Dustin Mosley able to work out of trouble. Houston had a runner at third, one out. Can't get him home. Against the Astros, the first 25,000 of you will take home one of those precious Padres garden gnomes. Get your tickets. Follow the Padres gnome at padres.com/gnome. No doubt about it. You want to get one of those. And also come out and salute the UCSD Tritons Division II National Softball Champions. First pitch, Cantu grounds a one-hopper to the shortstop Barmas. One pitch, one out. 4 straight ground ball outs from Jay Happ. Last night, it was Bud Norris throwing fly ball after fly ball, and this total contrast in pitching styles.
Yeah, Bud Norris last night was quoted as saying he was trying to spot the fastball away from righties and lefties alike. He flipped up a couple of sliders now and then, but really didn't have the good feel, and he got a good outing by spotting his fastball. If you can do that, you're going to have some success.
Aaron Cunningham, since being recalled, 0-for-2. Reminding on the pregame show of his grand slam home run in the first game he played with the Padres last year when he was recalled, his third at bat. Falls behind 0-2. Had good numbers, impressive numbers. Slugging percentage .474 at Tucson, 16 doubles, 5 home runs, 42 runs batted in.
You know, when I think of Tucson, back in the day when I played the PCL, Tucson was a AAA club of the Houston Astros. Going from Tucson to the Astrodome, you talk about both ends of the spectrum. Same type deal. I think that's a fair assessment.
You're saying Tucson was a hitter's
like pitching
paradise.
on the moon in Tucson. Pop up to short and over the left field wall for a homer. Seriously, I mean, that's, that Southern Division in the PCL, they always said that you can shave a full run off a pitcher's ERA, and that would be a fair assessment of a guy's ERA.
1-2 outside. How about then when you go up to the Portlands and the Salt Lake Cities? You like that?
That's good pitching. Tacoma, Vancouver, Portland. Here it is. See how far you can hit it.
Ground ball, another chance for Barmas. We're just 2 outs into the second inning, and he has 4 assists already. 5 straight ground balls to the left side. 4 to short, 1 to third.
Though, Dick, talking about that Northern Division, those cities I mentioned, Tacoma, Vancouver, Portland, you still had to control the fastball. If you could locate down and away to both righties and lefties with your fastball, you're going to have pretty good success, because to hit one out opposite field in those ballparks, like here, it's tough to do.
Logan Forsythe, 5 hits in 30 at-bats, and coming up. Takes a strike.
Well, he gets a good downward plane.
How'd you pitch in that old Multnomah Stadium in Portland?
Oh, you know, the short porch to left field, I actually like there because I tried to pound right-handers away and give them center field and right center.
It was kind of a wooden structure, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they said that it was so old that when a foul ball hit the roof, all the toilets would flush. Is that right?
That was that sound. I was wondering what that was.
A little rickety. Low and away, 1-2. Infield of the Astros, they're on their toes. A lot of chances here early. Count stays at 1-2 to Forsythe, with Rob Johnson, the catcher, on deck. And another foul.
Good battle. A lot of pitches into the right-handed hitters. Haven't seen much of the changeup that we talked about earlier. This might be a good spot after pounding him inside and fouling it off for an off-speed pitch down and away.
That one slicing down the right field line at the bullpen of the Astros. Pence is over there to make the catch. And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down against Jay Happ. We go to the third at Petco. No score. This shot brought to you by Mossy Ford and Mossy Toyota. Visit us in Pacific Beach or online at mossy.com. Top of the order for the Astros in the third. Bourne, then Barmas, and Pence.
Well, Brad Mills had a long conversation with home plate umpire Greg Gibson. What it was about, we don't know. But he was out there for quite a while.
Might have been asking what Happ did wrong when they called the balk. Bourne popped to short his first time and takes an off-speed curveball for a strike. He's the first Astro to win back-to-back Gold Gloves since Brad Ausmus, now in the front office with the Padres. Outstanding defensive catcher. Ooh, another shot back through the middle. They're taking pot shots at Mosley. Must feel like the clown up on the seat over the tank at the carnival. Yeah, they're just nailing line. That's a third one tonight.
In the dunk tank.
Oh, man.
Hockey suit. Shot from the blue line right back at you, Dustin Mosey. Nearly hits him in the right back pocket just by his hip. Wow.
3 and 2 innings plus. That brings up Barmas. He singled right back through the box his first time. And so did Pence, who follows.
Oh, that's such a bad feeling when you see that ball coming off bat and you just kind of you try to get out of the way. You close your eyes and it's like, okay, no pain. Good. It got through.
So Bourne, the best in the league with 22 steals. He does not go, and that's on the inside corner. Let's check our leaderboard, brought to you by Los Primos, home of the Monster Burrito. Get your $5 meal deal, limited time only. Padres lead the National League, and the Astros with 46 are in 4th place behind the Diamondbacks and Mets. Another strike.
Well, good action on that two-seam fastball. Only at 89, but that's a firm 89 with a lot of movement. A lot of guys will take that. They can turn around the 94 that's straight. And that's why Dustin Mosley gets those grounders.
Did one of those hard ground balls instead of at Mosley at one of his infielders in turn 2. The Astros have the best percentage stealing. They've only been thrown out 7 times in 53 attempts. Struck him out. And after a high fastball. Second strikeout for Mosley.
If this pitch is up as it is, that's by design. Look at Rob Johnson. In the crouch, up a little bit, high target. That's hitting your spots.
Tied up Barmas for the first out. Hunter Pence has extended his hitting streak to 15 straight games, a single in the first inning. Pitch out, and Bourne not active.
Yeah, I've seen guys pitch out twice, 2 times in a row. Roger Craig, crazy as a fox. He did it 3 times in a row. I saw that once. Hum baby.
This would be the time for Bourne to attempt to steal, figuring they won't call it twice, but he doesn't. Swung on and missed.
Hey, Hunter, if it hurts, don't swing. Did you see that swing? Coming out of his shoes.
He does everything at the maximum, doesn't he?
Look at this. The leg kick, get those hands going.
Big man that chokes up on the bat, plays the game hard. He'll hustle out every ground ball. Outside target. Just missed. See what that last pitch did on pitch track.
See, that's a legit. There's your strike zone, Mr. Enberg.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
They just won't call that high strike. Three and one to Pence.
You know, the great Frank Howard, you mentioned his name when we were in Washington regarding that swing from Hunter Pence. Old Hondo said the bat's not dangerous unless it's moving. That was his philosophy. So get it going.
He would swing a railroad tie.
Oh, yeah.
3-1. Would figure that Bourne might be going here.
What do you think Frank Howard would say if somebody said, hey, Frank, we want you to work on your on-base percentage. We want you to take more pitches. Laugh right in their face.
Hondo. Runner goes. Tapped out in front of the plate, and Johnson will throw out Pence. 2 away. Bourne to second base with 2 gone, and Carlos Lee comes up. So the Astros, 3 innings, they've had a man in scoring position all 3.
Pretty good jump. And how about Michael Bourne? Right out of the gate, almost 2 steps. He's at full bore into second base. Boy, quick first move. Born to run. Bruce Springsteen, about 1973 or 4.
And if you don't get thrown out, you're born free.
Exactly.
Here's Lee. Grounded to third his first time. Stayed out of a double play by beating the relay. Possible double play. Ball 1. Time called. Mosley was about to deliver the pitch, so he just went through with the motion. And that was the old Ephus pitch he threw up there. 5 straight years, Lee racked up 100 RBIs or more from 2005 through 2009. 2-0 with Jeff Keppinger on deck.
By the way, born free, tearjerker, 1966. Born to Run, 1975.
You're the movie buff. I call you up on the Millionaire Show.
A lot of breaking balls with first base open. But Keppinger is a guy on deck who can make contact.
But they fear the power of this man at the plate, so this may be one of those pitch around unintentional intentionals.
Possibly another slider here, or a little cutter away. Yep, cutter.
4-pitch walk.
No intent to throw him a fat one there.
First walk from Mosley, so 2 on, 2 out. So the Astros first inning with 1 out, singles by Barmas and Pence. First and third then with 2 out, couldn't score. After a hard out by Wallace to open the second, a triple by Johnson. That freakish 6-4-3 carom play, and Johnson unable to score from third. Pitched out of that did Mosley, and now first and second with 2 outs in the third. Mosley's pitch count, understandably, with that base traffic, is up to 44. That rides inside. And now 2-0 to Keppinger. And Johnson's going to pay a visit to the mound.
Maybe a little adjustment in the delivery. The last 2 pitches have been up. Now 2-0, you can really make a good pitch here. Concentrating, keeping it down. Dustin has proven tonight and in starts past that if he keeps that 2-seamer right around the knees, they will beat it right into the ground and get a grounder.
There it is, to third, foul. Cutter.
Yep.
So this Astros team, we told you, in the last 7 games on the road, hitting .318 collectively, with 10 hits in all 7 games, 10 or more. And they're off to a 4-hit start tonight. Runner goes from second. That pitch is in there, 2-2. So Bourne steals without a throw, his 23rd of the season. And the count goes 3-1. So with the concentration on the hitter, Mosley didn't offer much of a look to Bourne, and he walked over to third. So first and third. And the 3-1 coming up to Keppinger. Back to the mound. Oh, glove got the backhand. That was headed for center field. Mosley, an outstanding defender. That glove paid off, and the Astros threatened but are denied again. No runs a hit. 2 more left. They've stranded 5 in 3 innings. Rob Johnson leads off the bottom of the third. Baseball brought to you by Permadontics, Southern California's premier dental implant center. By Hughes Marino, because where you do business matters. And by Cox High-Speed Internet. Power all your devices with the fastest internet in San Diego. With Mark Grant, Dick Enberg, bottom of the third, no score. Rob Johnson leads it off with Mosley and Denorfia to follow. Johnson hungry for a base hit. He has 2 singles in the last 23 at bats. Two and 0. Three and 0. Tomorrow night it'll be Aaron Harang for the Padres as he'll go against Neuri Rodriguez. That one's late in there, 3 and 1.
Looks like you got a high strike call on that one.
Hit the center field fairly deep, but Bourne tracks it down 390 feet from home plate. Bourne, like Cameron Maben, just makes every play look so easy. Just breaks perfectly. Made that an easy out. When really, that could have been a tough play.
Good read. Good first step. A key to any outfielder being successful and covering a lot of ground. Closing speed is something that is crucial as well.
Dustin Mosley has 3 hits and 16 at bats. He and Tim Stauffer, the only Padres with 3 hits in the pitching corps. They have a little game themselves. They play a batting practice and who gets base hits, and coaches will watch and rule whether that would have been a base hit.
Yeah, good situational hitting.
Outside, 2 and 1.
They'll throw out a situation at times and okay, guy on second base, you got to get him over, and then you try to punch that ball to the right side, nobody out. Now the guy's on third base. Hey, how about a fly ball to get him in? It's a good way to hone your skills.
And Mosley holds his own. Another ground ball to short. Barmas going to have that arm worked on after the game. He's had a lot of action. As Happ has gone through the Padre lineup, no less than 5 of the 9 batters have grounded to the shortstop, Clint Barmas.
You know, a lot of pitchers in that situation. I was eyeing Dustin Mosley as he was going down the first base line. A lot of pitchers will hit that ball right at an infielder, and they'll kind of, you know, 3/4 it down the line. Dustin Mosley, about 3/4 the way down, he was busting it out of the box. He got down quickly.
And Barmas, who played primarily at second base in Colorado, handling everything flawlessly in this 2-game series at shortstop. Denorfia, the only base runner for the Padres, walked in the first, went to second on a balk, so he was sitting there with no one out. But 3 straight ground balls, Bartlett, Headley, and Ludwig, and unable to pick up the early lead. Bounces the changeup. 1 and 1. Chris homered off Happ in Houston. One of his 3 this year. It was in a 4-2 San Diego win. Tough pitch there.
Kind of looks like from our angle, you know, that ball sneaks up on those hitters. Sneaky fast, maybe not overpowering, but sneaky fast, if that makes sense. A little deception as well with that short arm angle.
Another ball skips in, and it's a full count to Denorfia. Done a good job in the leadoff spot, hitting first on the season, batting .311. By far the best of any Padre batting leadoff. Lines this one to center, but it's right at Bourne. Backpedals 4 or 5 steps and collects a line shot off the bat of Denorfia, and through 3 innings, Jay Happ has not allowed a base hit. No score. On to the 4th. involves the great Yankee Lou Gehrig. On this date in 1932, Gehrig became the first player in the modern era to hit 4 homers in one game. As a rookie, 1925, Gehrig replaced what Yankee first baseman in the lineup? And then went on to 2,130 consecutive games. We'll give you the answer, bottom half of the inning. Brett Wallace grounded sharply to short, and he hits a bullet at second baseman Forsythe, who throws him out. So he's been victimized by bad direction. 2 hard hit balls by this young first baseman. 1 to short, 1 to second for outs.
Logan Forsythe is a ball player. I mean, I love this. This reminds me of Robbie Thompson back with the Giants. Look at this one hopper. He squares up like a hockey goalie. No need to panic. Keeps it in front of him. Bang. Take it off the chest. Nicely done. I like that. How many guys will you see nonchalant that or try to lay it with the glove pick? This kid, he's going to have a bruise on his chest by the 8th inning tonight.
Chris Johnson tripled to right center his first time. And he lines this one down the right field corner. If that's fair, it's trouble. It is fair. By 10 feet, bounces away from right fielder Cunningham. So on his way for a second triple and making it easily is Chris Johnson. That's a rarity in itself. We talk about Gehrig hitting 4 home runs in one game. Very difficult accomplishment, but to triple your first 2 times up, that's not easy either. So once again, a 1-out triple by Johnson.
And wearing out right field. The first triple in right center field over into Cox Alley. This one down into Amen corner off the driver. Cunningham. Johnson eyeing Cunningham. He said, I'm going for it. Why not? And Forsythe, once again, a good throw from that relay position, but off the mark. And a lot of huff and puffing going on down there for Johnson. That Astro glides into third base for a triple.
So the infield comes in, 1 out. Toll's up. He grounded to short. Here comes the squeeze, and it's done beautifully. Safety squeeze. Tolles gets the run in, and the Astros lead 1-0. We suspected they might try it the last time, and Tolles with a perfectly placed bunt gets it in fair territory, and the runner scores easily. Well, once again, the Padres find the opposing team scoring first.
It's all in bat control. You need a guy in that position when the squeeze is on, no matter where the ball is pitched. I don't care if it's over your head, if it's off the plate, you throw your bat at it. If you foul it off, you foul it off. But the key is you need a guy that you just can't put a squeeze on just to put a squeeze on. You need the right guy to have good bat control to do that, and J.R. Tolles did just that.
His 8th RBI of the season. Houston leads it 1-0 here in the 4th, and the pitcher Happ struck out his first time. Oh, 0-2.
Another key is you need a guy who throws strikes. Dustin Mosley's a guy who's going to be around the plate. He has walked 1 this evening, but generally speaking, he is going to be around the plate.
1-2. Well, to underline the fact that Chris Johnson's back-to-back triples quite unusual in Houston history. That's only been done in a game one other time. Billy Hatcher in 1989 against the Dodgers had 2 triples in a game, but they have had Craig Reynolds back in 1981 3 triples. Bud Black said there wasn't contact there. That should be strike 3. Was he tossed? I did not see the heave-ho sign from plate umpire Greg Gibson. He's taking a lot. I think Black was saying that that should have been strike 3. That's as mad as Bud Black has shown all season long, and he's had to maintain a lot of anger throughout the course of this year. He hides it well. He doesn't show disappointment, anger, frustration. And he's most unhappy here. Here's the listen.
Oh, yeah, foul tip.
Maybe he was arguing about another pitch. Did he go around there? He certainly did. And Johnson unable to corral it and has to make another put out. How many times the Padre pitcher strikes someone out and the put out's 2-3 at first? Well, a triple and a squeeze bunt. Houston leads it 1-0. Bartlett will lead it off, but Black has been ejected from the game. We're trying to discern what his argument with plate umpire Gibson was. Because on that check swing, we heard the foul tip. So it wasn't a strike three. The next pitch was. And
you know what was odd about that whole play, Dick? Correct me if I'm wrong, but after that swing, which I heard a foul tip as well, did Jay Happ start to walk back to the dugout? I thought I saw him walking towards the dugout. And I think that's what Buddy was saying. Hey, the guy's walking back to the dugout. How can you call it a foul tip? And that's when they started getting vocal.
Bartlett takes a strike on the outside corner. Grounded sharply to short in his first at bat in the first inning with Noria at second base. Watch out. That one goes right into the Padre dugout.
You know, I'm just trying to think of all the scenarios, okay? Put yourself in Jay Happ's position. Foul tip. Maybe he thought the catcher caught it. Therefore, he holds on, strike three. Maybe he didn't realize that Rob Johnson didn't hold on to it.
By the mound, that's going to be a tough play for the second baseman Keppinger. He can't make it. Once it got past half, almost an impossible play for Keppinger. And the Padres have their first hit. Infield or not, they're on the board in the H column.
Hey, who says you got to hit it on the screws, right? Happ, fastball down in the zone. Left-hander falling off towards the third base side. That's a tough play for any second baseman. See him slowing up there as well. I don't think if he catches that cleanly, I don't think he's going to get Bartlett.
Only guy that might make that play is Brandon Phillips at Cincinnati.
That's a good call.
Chase Headley. Headley grounded to short his first at bat. Trying to follow Hunter Pence, who's extended his hitting streak to 15 with a base knock in the first inning. Headley has a 12-game hitting streak going. Bartlett, 9 steals on the season. There's a base hit to center field. A rocket out to Bourne. Bartlett holds it second. And Headley's hitting streak reaches 13 in a row as the Padres have back-to-back base hits here to open the fourth inning.
Hey, one off the end and one on the screws. A little station-to-station baseball here for San Diego. It's probably one of the bad pitches, I should say, right down the center of the plate that Happ has thrown tonight, and Chase Headley makes him pay.
Brian Ludwig steps in. Grounded to third. His only at bat. The top RBI man for San Diego at the plate with 2 on, no one out. Takes ball 1. Starts him with a curveball.
Wow.
That curveball caught the outside corner, and Ludwig doesn't agree. He stares at the spot. Let's see what pitch track.
Corner of 8th and K.
.302, runners in scoring position. 2-1. Oh, Rick Renteria, the bench coach, will be operating the strategy the rest of the way. There's Rick with Bud Black just around the corner going into the clubhouse, in contact certainly with the bench. Or maybe,
you know, he goes in his office once in a while. He goes back and forth. I talked to him last time he got kicked out.
Base hit up the middle. Here comes Bartlett around third. Bourne up with the ball. His throw's going to be to third base, and they get Headley back to second. He's safe. Ludwig, and the game is tied at 1. But Bourne flashing his Gold Glove credentials, not even thinking about coming to the plate, and he gets Headley rather easily at third. 3 straight hits, and Ludwig now has his 37th RBI of the year, and another assist to Bourne.
This ball is hit sharply. You can see it hit the mound, right? And still, look at Bourne. When he gloves this ball, that is very shallow center field. Chase Headley does not have blazing speed. It's a good throw right on the bag. A perfect strike from Bourne. You're right. That was his first thought. As soon as he gloved that ball, he could see the runner in front of him and making that good throw.
And that's a violation of a basic baseball code. You don't want to make the first out nor the last out at third base. On the throw, Ludwig alertly able to get to second, so he, with 1 out, is in scoring position as the Padres have tied it here with 3 consecutive hits, and Cantu 1-1. He grounded to short his first time. Boy, both pitchers having to dodge bullets tonight. All the hits going right up the middle. Ludwig's 37th RBI. So Mosley even now with Happ in the 4th inning at 1-1. He went around, says first base umpire Tishner, on a slider.
You come from that arm angle from the left side, Jay Happ over the head, downward plane. That slider's going to have some good tilt to it. That's what we saw right there to make it 1-2. Haven't seen a lot of changeups tonight.
Throws that slider in the dirt. 2-2. So Bartlett with an infield hit past the mound. Headley and Ludwig both with shots to center to score the run. But Headley trying to advance to third on Ludwig's base hit thrown out by Bourne. So with 1 out, Ludwig at second. 2-2 on Cantu. Aaron Cunningham on deck. High pop up. Second baseman Keppinger. 2 away. And it'll be Cunningham with a chance to make a dent in his return. Here to Petco with a base hit here and give the Padres the lead. He grounded to short in the second inning. Checking the scoreboard, the Dodgers losing a tight one in Cincinnati 2-1. Colorado opening a 3-game weekend series in San Francisco before coming down here for 3 starting Monday night. They have a 1-0 lead in the 4th against the Giants. Arizona already up 4-0. A line drive down the left field line. Will that fall fair? It is right on the line. Cunningham has a double. The Padres lead 2-1 as Ludwig scores. As the young guy from Washington, Aaron Cunningham, as he did last year in his first start, delivers a big base hit. Measured perfectly into that left field corner.
Second time around for Aaron Cunningham, and that ball leaks. It's a pitch that's elevated middle in. You can see him get his hands through. J.R. Tolles wanted that one down and away. Nicely done. A good at bat, and the Padres taking the lead here, putting up a crooked number here in the bottom of the 4th. A little support for Dustin Mosley. That's some kind of nice.
Oh, Cunningham, who was swinging a hot bat down at Tucson, earning his way back to the big club, and delivers a early result. 2-1, a 4-hit inning. Logan Forsythe fouled to the right fielder Pence down in the bullpen area first time. And Logan looking for his first RBI as a major leaguer.
Well, you look at the first 3 innings when Jay Happ's out on the mound, a lot of grounders. That means he's keeping his pitches down, elevating them a little bit here in the 4th inning, and the Padres are making him pay.
Fastball at 91 for a strike. 1-1 to Forsythe, the ex-Razorback from Arkansas. Fly ball hit well to right, but Pence easing back, has a beat on it. And that's it for the Padres. In the 4th, they scored 2 on 4 hits and leave a man. After 4 at Petco, 2-1, San Diego.
Mid-game recap, as always, brought to you by my good friends at Murray Lamper Construction. Home remodeling with no upfront design fees. Visit MurrayLamper.com and click on Request a Quote to schedule an in-home consultation. Dick?
All right, Mark, top of the 5th inning, and a rarity for Dustin Mosley. His team has given him a couple of runs in a lead, 2-1. Starts a curveball to Michael Bourne, the top of the Houston order, with Barmes and Pence to follow. So Bud Black ejected for the second time this year. On the other occasion, the Padres won. So Rick Renteria 1-0 on the year, 1,000, batting 1,000.
Pretty good pitch.
2-1. Get a chance here after Bourne will replay the. There's another ball line back up the middle. Headley on the carom gets him. That's twice tonight. Mosley with a stick save, caroms to the third baseman, and Headley fires across for a 1-5-3 putout of the speedy Bourne.
Hey, sometimes you get a little lucky. This ball is hit extremely well, and Chase Headley, once again, you know, infielders are moving. Even though that ball is towards the middle of the diamond, everybody's moving.
Bourne can't believe that wasn't a base hit. That was headed to center field, and he gets nailed by a half stride. Barmes has singled and struck out. That's in there for a strike, a curveball.
Dustin Mosley's got a target on his chest tonight.
4 balls that have been hit right at him. 2 of them he's been able to snare one for a putout. That one on the carom gets an out. The other 2 made their way to center field for base hits by Barmes and Pence. And we're talking about balls within 2 feet of his body, all 4 of them. 2-1 pitch. Grounded by the bag, fair. It'll carry him off that short porch. Here comes Ludwig in to pick it up, but too late as Barmes slides in with a double, and he continues to eat up Padre pitching more than any other club in the National League. A solid 300 hitter lifetime against San Diego. Well, let's go back to the pitcher haps at the plate. 2 strikes to count. He foul tips it. We could hear that, but he's walking back toward the dugout. So Bud Black says, well, what do you mean he's not out? And then Gibson says, you can't yell at me like that, and tossed him.
And you know what? I honestly think that Jay Happ thought that the catcher caught on the ball on the foul tip, therefore he'd be out.
Hunter Pence up, singled, and tapped out in front of the plate. Rob Johnson threw him out in the third. And once again, as has been the case in every inning tonight, Houston has a man in scoring position. And their best hitter at the plate in Pence. Inside, able to check a swing. Last night, a lot of base traffic for the Astros. They were 2 for 14 with runners in scoring position. 0 for 5 tonight, so 2 for 19 in the series for a team that is second in the league in this positive statistic, base hits with runners in scoring position. Another pitch inside, 2-1.
Wait, how many number 3 hitters do you see throughout Major League Baseball who chokes up on the bat like Hunter Pence does? You know, when you see a guy do that, I'm thinking Felix Millan, Ron Hunt back in the days, you know, Don Kessinger, guys who were kind of like slap hitters. This guy chokes up about 3-4 inches and comes out of his shoes.
Another one back through the mound. Deflected again. Forsythe gets him. Can you believe this? It's a game of caroms. 1-4-3, and Pence is out with Barmes holding at second. The third play on the infield tonight where the ball has been touched by one of the Padres. It caroms to a teammate, and an out is recorded.
Just gets him at first base. And once again, it's amazing what the human body can do as far as reacting to a baseball hit right at your noggin or at your body. Like Dustin Mosley just flashing like a hockey goalie with that glove between the pipes.
So 2 of them in this inning. Bourne's ball and now Pence's ball deflected by Mosley, and the infielders bail him out. Now Carlos Lee Safe on a fielder's choice and walk tonight. And back in the second inning, the ball hit to Bartlett, carried him directly to Forsythe, and a 6-4-3 single out against Tolles, the catcher. On the inside corner. That looked a bit inside. 1-1 to the cleanup hitter, Carlos Lee.
Oh, it looks like some chirping going on.
You know, Gibson rather vocal himself here. He doesn't like criticism. 1-1 to Lee.
I say go right back in there.
No, he sends a breaking ball outside, a slider. 2-1 to the power man of the Astros. Making many, many millions of dollars when they acquired him to be the anchor in the middle of that lineup. Six-year contract through next year. 2-1. Line foul. Lee came up with the White Sox 6 years and quickly made his name known as a solid home run hitter. 5 of those years he hit 24 or more. Then went to Milwaukee for a couple of years, hit 32 and 28 with the Brewers, and now in his 5th year in Houston. Last year his worst batting average, 246, but he still hit 24 homers. 2-2. Way outside. Ground ball to second, right at Forsythe. And the inning is over. Thanks to the ricochet play of the pitcher Dustin Mosley defending his goal. No score. And we're at the halfway mark in this one. 2-1 San Diego.
And that means we're back with the Channel 4 home run inning presented by Harrah's Rincon Casino. If a grand slam is hit this inning, you could win $24,500. That's right, folks. A grand slam will pay you $24,500. Enter at 4sd.com.
All right, to the bottom of the 5th inning, 2-1 San Diego, and Rob Johnson first ball hunting. Back in the 3rd, he led off with a long shot to center field, 390 feet, middle of the warning path, collected by center fielder Michael Bourne. Mosley and then Denorfia for the Padres here in the last of the 5th against Jay Happ. 1-1. Orang tomorrow night looks for a 6th win. Matt Latos goes on Sunday. Clayton Richard will open the Colorado series on Monday. 2-1. Changeup. He hasn't been able to throw that changeup for a strike. Almost everyone's been in the dirt.
Mentioned it before he took the hill that the changeup was his secondary pitch, but more breaking balls, more sliders and curveballs from Jay Happ to go along with that fastball.
Fouled away. 90 on the fastball.
Well, the Astros got themselves a good one when they acquired Jay Happ in that Oswalt trade, that's for sure.
Struck him out. And for Jay Happ, that's his first strikeout of the night. Well, here's our AT&T Wireless Trivia answer. The question was, as a rookie, Lou Gehrig replaced what Yankee first baseman in 1925? And if you're a baseball fan, you know that answer. Wally Pipp. In fact, Wally Pipp then became an expression, had life of its own, because any time a player decided that he didn't feel well and someone else took his place, he might be Wally Pipp. Wally Pipp had a headache. He said, I'd sit this one out, skipper. And Mosley fouls it away and said, put the kid in there, Lou Gehrig. And 130 games later, Wally Pipp was long gone and forgotten. So don't get Wally Pipped.
Hey, you get a chance to play, you get in that lineup, right? Don't sit out.
Outside, 2-1 to Mosley. He grounded to the shortstop. His one at bat.
You know, what a different game, obviously, because, you know, back then there were no long-term contracts. Everybody was pretty much paid the same.
Mosley hits the ball well. Bourne still going back, but that's Death Valley, right center field, and Mosley gave it a ride. That's about a 385, 390 foot out. Well, it's always fun to see the old black and white footage, and Lou Gehrig, a handsome guy, wasn't he? He was the Iron Horse. 4 home runs in one game, the first in the modern era after 1900 to accomplish that rare feat. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 5th inning. Denorfia has walked and lined to center. So the shortstop Varmus and the center fielder Bourne have been mighty busy tonight. Outside. That's in there. 1-1. 89 on the fastball. So Happ isn't overpowering.
No. I've seen 89. I've seen, what, 90, 92 tops probably.
That was downstairs. 2-1. If Denorfia gets on here with 2 outs, Jason Bartlett would be next. That ball is hit well, too. Bourne going back again, racing this time, and that ball is over the fence. Touch 'em all. Denorfia line drive home run over the center field wall, and the Padres lead it 3-1.
Well, going into this ball game, Jay Happ, 63 2/3 innings pitched. This being his 12th start, only 9 home runs. That ball just gets over the wall into the bullpen for the Padres. That's a good swing by Dino. And a big run for San Diego.
And Denorfia has 2 of those home runs against Happ. He took him deep in Houston earlier in the year. Oh, a 3-1 lead now for Dustin Mosley as Denorfia has clubbed his 4th of the season. That was a laser to center.
Boy, he put a good swing on that one. That ball also looked like maybe had some nice backspin to it because that was a line drive.
And even the talented Bourne, with all his speed, couldn't get back and get a glove on it. 2-0 to Bartlett.
You know, that's a good point. He didn't even have time to even get back there and maybe even time it to where he could jump and try to take it away from Denorfia.
Perhaps upset by the home run. Happ falls 3-0 down on the count to Bartlett. There's a strike. Chase Headley on deck. Bartlett with an infield hit started the 2-run rally in the 4th, with Headley following with a single and Ludwig a RBI single. Aaron Cunningham RBI double. Line drive left field, but it's hit right at the left fielder. Lee doesn't get there. Pulls up, and Bartlett has a base hit. Now Lee won't be winning any gold gloves out there in left now. And Bartlett has his 2nd hit. That brings up Headley. Grounded to short and single to center.
Jay Happ is starting to get the ball up. Mentioned a little bit ago, first 3 innings, grounders and some weak fly balls. Now the Padres are taking pretty good cuts. Carlos Lee doing a little backpedaling on that one. Back on his heels. Whoa, El Caballo.
Two out. Bartlett, a good base stealer, has 9. They measured Denorfia's home run right at 400 feet. Oh, that got out of here in a hurry. That's a long line drive. Wonder where he gets that power.
It's all in the mechanics, huh? It's almost like a golfer. You know, good mechanics, get that club speed going, and you can hit it 300 plus yards, 350.
Bartlett stole 11 last year. He's trying for his 10th this year, and he doesn't get it. Good throw by Tolles, and a fine tag by the second baseman Keppinger. But the Padres get an insurance run. Chris Denorfia over the center field wall. It's 3-1. With Houston, 3 with Colorado, and then 3 with the Washington Nationals, and of course the rest of the year. Here's the deal. If you're going to buy Padre tickets and you want to save $5 on every ticket, all you do is you order your tickets online at Padres.com. Padres.com, and save $5 on every ticket to see the Padres play throughout the rest of the year. Mosley given so little run support this year, has himself a 2-run lead, 3-1 as he goes to work in the 6th inning. Keppinger, Wallace, and Johnson to bat for Houston. Each team with 6 hits. He has pitched in and out of trouble every inning, Mosley, as the Astros have had a man in scoring position all 5 innings.
Hey, you know the old joke about line drives back at the pitcher, you got to charge that one? Dustin Mosley has pretty much done that, or at least tried to knock it down a few balls. And his infielders picking him up.
There's another one right on cue, and he gloves it. You know, Mosley is good enough that he ought to get some consideration for a Gold Glove. What we've seen this year, I mean, you can't field the position much better.
Well, he leaves himself after the pitch in a good fielder's position. He's not like a Bob Gibson who used to fall off. Look, see how he's going to square? And that one, that was an easy one there compared to the Rockets that have been hit up the middle there.
Keppinger, though, has twice been denied by Mosley.
You know, I've always noticed that guys who throw sinkers, 2-seamers down the heart of the plate, get a lot of balls hit up the middle quite a bit. I remember Greg Booker, a 2-seamer. He threw a hard sinker, and he'd get balls hit off his shins and his legs, a lot of balls up the middle.
Brett Wallace has hit the ball on the nose twice, but for outs. But this one fouled off his front foot. He slapped one right at Bartlett for an out in the 2nd inning and drilled one hopper to Forsythe, who played it off his chest and threw him out in the 4th inning. 2 strikes the count. 1 out here. Bases empty. 6th inning. Padres with a 3-1 lead. On deck is Chris Johnson. 2 times up, 2 triples tonight. Just a bit high. 1 and 2. Well, Wallace has taken a couple good looking pitches. A slider in the dirt, so the count goes full. Might have been a curveball. So 85 pitches now for Mosley with 1 out here in the 6th inning.
Well, he had him 0-2.
San Francisco has taken a 3-1 lead against Colorado. 5th inning up north, and Arizona has a 4-0 lead in the top of the 7th against Washington. Dodgers lost 2-1 to Cincinnati. Another foul. Wallace was picked 3 years ago by the Cardinals in the 1st round, 13th pick of that draft, and then has had an interesting path as a man being traded for big names in his young life. He was traded to Oakland in a Matt Holliday deal, and then the Oswald deal came to Houston, and down he goes on a curveball. 3-2. 4th strikeout for Mosley.
Going hard fastballs in and then soften them up and throw the curveball right where you want it. Way out in front of it. Good tilt on that number 2. And Dustin, he's pitching a gem.
Chris Johnson, 2 triples and 2 at bats, scored the only Houston run on a safety squeeze as Tolles, who follows on deck, the catcher, bunted him in the 4th inning for the 1-0 lead. And this is off his front foot. It's got him hopping. He wears that protective device on the instep.
This is seriously in the kitchen here. Try to get those hands. Ooh, it looks like it was just below the left knee.
Yeah, didn't quite have that device that high.
Right.
So he took it right on the shins.
You're going to have to wear a catcher's shin guard to protect on that foul ball.
2-1.
There you go. Go right back in there. Hitter a little reluctant after fouling off a Schinberger, offering at that pitch.
And the count runs to 2-2 with 2 outs. Bases empty here for Houston. Top of the 6th. Padres with 3 consecutive singles to score a run, and a double by Cunningham gave them the lead 2-1 in the 4th, and Denorfia's home run in the last of the 5th. That's where we stand. That's in there. Strike 3. Fastball. And back-to-back strikeouts to close out the Astros in the 6th inning. Mosley now has 5 in the game. His first 1-2-3 inning tonight.
To a Padres game with Padres group tickets. Groups as small as 20 people can enjoy big savings over gate prices. Special seating, a scoreboard welcome, see your name in lights, and much, much more. Petco Park also offers several exclusive facilities to fit your group needs. Reserve your group tickets today by calling 619-795-5555. Dick?
You know, that's a nice thing. Like you were watching that young lady fan with her Padre gear on as Headley leads off here in the last of the 6th. And swings at the first pitch, hits it down the right field line. Pence is over. And 1 pitch, 1 out. That, for a birthday party or an anniversary or celebrating someone's retirement, to gather all the friends and co-workers and maybe neighbors and have a party. A great place.
Yeah, have yourself a social sparkler and enjoy a big league ball game.
There's that little girl. She's having a good time. She's get that glove on now, honey. That one may be coming. Here's Ludwig, RBI single in 2 at-bats. And he swings at the first pitch and lines it down the right field side. Catcher's interference. All of a sudden, we had one last night against Phillips, and now tonight Tolles. And of course, Ludwig has that big backswing and also takes it back. Well, let's watch right here.
Oh, yeah, you can see the bat come through. And Tolles, see how he kind of reacts. Ryan Ludwig also react, and the home plate umpire, Greg Gibson, all over it.
Charge catcher Tolles with an error for interference. And here's Cantu. On the last road trip, there was a catcher's interference, the Washington catcher, with Ludwig at the plate. So you got to give him a little more room. He's got that big swing. Yep. Pudge Rodriguez, and here's the veteran. He got caught with his glove in the batting jar.
Sometimes catchers are just tucked up in there a little bit too closely to the hitter. And what also happens is catchers start to reach for the ball rather than letting the ball travel.
So Cantu, the count in his favor, 2-0. He's grounded to short and popped up tonight. Three and 0. I wouldn't be surprised if they give Cantu a 3-0 green light here. Get something he likes and give it a ride. Fernando Rodriguez tuning up. Now he takes on the outside corner. Ludwig at first, one out. Out of play.
You got to look fastball here, I would think, if you're Jorge Cantu. Happ is trailing by 2. He's got a runner on. He doesn't want to get cute here and walk another hitter here after the error. Catcher's interference.
Full count. Runner goes, and a foul tip just off the glove of Tolles.
And it was a fastball away.
So in case you're an avid scorekeeper, and I know a lot of you fans are, like to keep scores you watch, Ludwig safe on the catcher's interference. An error charge to the catcher, but an at bat is not charged to Ludwig. It's as if he walked. Line foul back into the second tier. Nice catch. Van bare hands that one. Cantu battling, count 3-2. Ludwig's been running. Not this time, and then a delayed, and he's going to be able to get back as the throw through got away from Keppinger. He was hung out halfway between first and second, put on the brakes and headed back home. Second strikeout for Happ.
Well, they get a break there. Fastball swung on and missed. And thank goodness Keppinger hits the ground, cannot hold on to the rock.
So the inning continues for the Padres. Aaron Cunningham doubled in a run last time up. Takes high, ball one. Out of play. Now this is the date in June 3rd of maybe the most famous baseball poem. I know you're not a poet laureate, but a poet laureate.
Right, right.
You like to, lasso, good poetry whenever you have a chance.
Sure.
I see you reading, James Joyce and others on the plane. Foul back. But what is the most famous baseball poem?
I would think that being a baseball fan and hearing a lot, I know Take Me Out to the Ball Game is a song, but I'm thinking
they can strike out.
Yeah, I'm thinking Mudville 9.
Yeah, Casey at the bat.
Nice.
Yes, very good. 1888. And there's more to the story. 1-2 to Cunningham.
What happened to Mighty Casey?
Struck out. But the follow-up is the gentleman who wrote that poem submitted it to his newspaper, a major city newspaper, but used a pseudonym. He didn't want to be identified. He thought it was terrible, but they printed it and became immensely popular, Casey at the bat. And then others wanted to take credit for it. He said, no, it was me. 2-2 to Cunningham. Inside. Now you use the pen name Finn, P-H-I-N. Should have been P-H-A-N for fan, right?
Nice, yeah.
And so Mudville was the 9. Now he obviously wrote that poem while being influenced by baseball in his city. What city did you think Mudville was?
Stockton.
High, ball 4. San Francisco. He submitted the poem to the San Francisco Examiner. It became the most popular poem in baseball history.
Because the Milwaukee Brewers, back in the days when I was playing minor league baseball in Stockton, their nickname was the Mudville Ports.
Oh, well then that's a good.
Yeah. So
good
Stockton
guess.
in the Central Valley, correct?
Well, it's close to San Francisco. No joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. So 2 on for the Padres, who lead 3-1 here in the 6th, and maybe Logan Forsythe won't be a Casey and tie into one here. Well, right at the shortstop, hit well. They get the force the short way, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, and error. 2 Padres left, and we've completed 6 at Petco. 3-1 Padres. Southern California's premier dental implant center. By Goldman Sachs, for all the reasons you invest. Mutual funds from Goldman Sachs. And by Hughes Marino, because where you do business matters. With our producer Ed Barnes, director Tom Satursky, Mark Grant, Dick Enberg, welcome back to Petco Park. 7th inning, and Dustin Mosley, who's gone 7 innings this season 3 times, goes to work here with a 3-1 lead. It'll be Tolles, the pitcher's spot, undoubtedly a pinch hitter, and then Michael Bourne. Tolles hits it deep to left field. Ludwig still going back and just has enough room. Tolles teasing the Houston fans with a possible solo home run. He does have 3 homers this year. A long out to open the 7th.
And that one sounded like he was off the end of the bat just a little bit too much. Tolles maybe a little bit out in front, as that was the 94th toss from Dustin Mosley.
Angel Sanchez to bat for Happ here in the 7th. .259 hitter with a home run, 18 RBIs. Sanchez has had plenty of at-bats, 147. Takes ball 1. As a pinch hitter, 2 for 6. And a run batted in. Michael Bourne, the leadoff man, next. Strike. Well, Mosley with solid control. Has not walked a man tonight. Struck out 5. There's another strike. Curveball. And he's been tough with runners in scoring position. Inning after inning after inning. Excuse me, there is 1 walk on his card. He did walk Carlos Lee. That was when he pitched around Lee, almost an intentional walk back in the 3rd inning. 2-2 to Sanchez. Ground ball left side. Long throw for Bartlett. Quick throw. Got him. Boy, that was just a grab the ball as you're bracing, almost like a clay court tennis player that's able to slide into the shot so that he's momentum is going to the ball, and yet he's still able to get his full body weight behind the throw or the hit. Look at that laser throw back across the diamond.
See the front shoulder, the glove side shoulder pointed towards first base, even when he gloves it. Gloves it, shoulder, flip. Nice throw. Good analogy.
It's almost like he could have made that play blindfolded.
Yeah.
He's done it so many times.
It's all the footwork and all the positioning before the ball is caught. Nicely done by Jason Flipper Bartlett.
Michael Bourne, 1 for 3 tonight. He was one of those victimized by Mosley's glove in the middle of the diamond as he caromed a shot back through the mound to third baseman Headley for an out. To Seamer outside, 2-1.
Well, this late in the ball game, 102 pitches. Looks like Dustin has got the good feel for the old number 2, the curveball.
Line to center field, but it's right at Denorfia. Turnabout fair play. Bourne has been out there capturing several line drives off the Padre bats these first 2 nights. Stretch half of the 7th in San Diego with the Padres in front by 2.
Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Padres game live or on demand on your computer and your favorite devices. Visit Padres.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere.
Well, I have my MLB TV, so I can take that with me to Wimbledon in a couple of weeks. I'll be able to stay up late and watch your telecast with Mark Neely.
Have to give you a shout out.
Yeah. Well, just shout out some wins, all right?
That sounds good. Absolutely.
Those taste good even when you're in London. Now there's Fernando Rodriguez and his report card on the first 2 months of this season. 143 batting average. That's an A grade.
Rodriguez, 4-pitch pitcher, fastball, curve, change, and a cutter. He can get it up there to the mid-90s. Good life. And like J-Hap, I should say, he keeps the ball down in the zone. A good attendance tonight, 20,056, 2-0-0-5-6.
So Hap goes 6 innings, 3 earned runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and now Rodriguez. Rob Johnson takes it outside, ball 1. Johnson has fly deep to center and struck out. Lake T. Cody is on deck and will hit for Mosley apparently. Mosley pitching his way out of trouble inning after inning and then closed out by retiring the last 8 men he faced. Johnson a high pop up right side. Keppinger calling. Second baseman under it. One away. So T-Cody to pinch hit. 3 for 17 since being recalled from San Antonio.
Well, what a great night in the big leagues for Dustin Mosley. 1 run, 6 hits. He's going to improve that home ERA going into this ballgame, 3.99. He did a nice job in helping his own cause with that leather.
No, he defended his position. A lot of, when you consider how many balls hit back toward him, and some of these pitchers that fall off the mound and aren't balanced when they follow through. I mean, there could have been 3 or more hits tonight. 94 on the fastball from Rodriguez. 2-0 the count to T-Cody, with leadoff man Chris Noria on deck. Can't find the 93-mile-an-hour heater. 2-1. Out of play.
Well, sometimes Rodriguez is one of those pitchers who tries to throw too hard, and that works against him because he will work out of the zone. The guy's got a good live arm, and I think sometimes it falls under the category of trying a little easier, and that's when Rodriguez finds that he has his best stuff and is around the plate.
Struck him out. High fastball. So 2 gone, bases empty, and Noria, the leadoff man, steps up. He's walked, line to center, and in the 5th inning against starter Jay Happ, he delivered our cold hard blast presented by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. A line drive over the center field fence for his 4th home run of the year, his 2nd off Jay Happ, to give the Padres a 3-1 lead. Strike 1. Outside. Boy, that Houston Astros, yell out the name Rodriguez and 3 pitchers stand up. We'll see one of them start tomorrow night. Noria Rodriguez. And then the 3rd Rodriguez is on the Wendy is on the
is on the DL.
DL, yeah. So be careful when you yell for Rodriguez. You never know what you're going to get. 2-1 now to Noria. Lined in the left field, a low liner. Oh, he's made good contact tonight. All 3 at bats. He's on his way to second, and he doesn't make it. Thrown out by the left fielder Carlos Lee. Now the Padres have had 2 runners thrown out on the bases tonight. Headley was gunned down by Bourne back in the 4th inning. Well, not a bad gamble. Aggressive with 2 outs to try to get yourself into scoring position, but Lee made a infielder's play, had to relay it in, and time for the out. Post-game show with John Weisbarth and Bullet Bob Scanlon from our Channel 4 studio. Sequan Casino getaway for the day at Sequan Casino. Top of the 8th inning, and Mike Adams comes in from the bullpen for the Padres. Mosley 7 innings, 1-run ball, 6 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Adams has been outstanding most every game when called upon. Tough to hit. Clint Barmas, a 2-hit night, has a single and a double in 3 at-bats. Barmas a single and a couple of lineouts to left last night. With Hunter Pence and then Carlos Lee for the Astros here in the 8th. Slider misses, 1-1.
Looks like Matt Latos. He's got a crystal ball there, hoping for a Padre victory to hold on here against these Astros.
Hey, you're 23. You're entertained very easily.
Yeah.
Don't pop your bubble there. That's in there. Another slider, 1-2.
Well, different look for these Astros coming from right-hander Mike Adams. A little more giddy up on the fastball. Sharper slider. A lot of kneecaps and elbows coming at you with the big right-hander out there.
Got him. 3 straight sliders, and finally Barmas takes a seat. Brings up Hunter Pence.
It's a slider. Maybe backs up a little bit. You see Rob Johnson trying to frame that one. Watch as he hits his glove, trying to pull it in there on the inside corner. No need, though. He catches that, or he gets the call, rather, and cannot come up with it and tags the hitter for the out.
Yeah, at least not a 2-3 put out. So 28 strikeouts for Adams in 25 innings of pitching. And that one just missed. Fastball at 94. He has the best opposing batting average of any Padre pitcher, 161, and the best ERA, 1.46. Pence a single in 3 at-bats, extending his hitting streak to 15 straight games. Oh, he just takes a mean cut.
One intention right there. That's not to try to feel for the baseball and just get aboard with a base hit. He wanted to put a charge with that swing.
And that's why he leads the team in home runs and RBIs. Even though he chokes up on the bat, he just takes such a vicious cut. Strike, 94. 1-2. Adams working on Hunter Pence with Carlos Lee next.
Oh, Bill Hall, who we haven't seen these Astros, he leads the club with 55 strikeouts. Pence is right behind him with 52.
53. Adams comes in to strike out Barmas and Pence. Carlos Lee 0 for 2.
Power fastball, power slider down and away, and the front side of Pence. Sing a song of sixpence and head back to the dugout after that slider.
Here's Lee. Base is empty here in the 8th with 2 out. Oh, he's pounding the strike zone.
Yes, he is.
Strike 2.
Carlos Lee may have been guessing there. That fastball there, pretty good hittable fastball. He might have that slider in the back of his mind.
Yeah, that look on his face is up to say, what was I thinking? I could have hit that one. Adams ahead on the count, 2 strikes, trying to strike out the side. Ground ball to third. Headley to Cantu, and it's a 1-2-3 inning by Mike Adams. We go to the bottom of the 8th at Petco. It'll be Bartlett, Headley, and Ludwig coming up. O'clock for the Honda Dealers pregame show. It'll be Aaron Harang against Noria Rodriguez. He's 0-2 for the Houston Astros. And Sunday, no telecast. As you know, that's going to be the Rock and Roll Marathon here in San Diego. So the game has been moved from 1 to 3:30. So it's a 3:30 game. And because of the ESPN Sunday window, we're not allowed to televise. So hope you have your tickets and enjoy the action here as Latos goes against the youngster Lyles, youngest player in the major leagues, the 20-year-old right-hander Jordan Lyles. Bartlett, 2 hits and 3 at-bats, and a hard ground ball to shortstop for the only out. Padres with 7 hits, the Astros with 6. Denorfia and Bartlett, top of the order, have 2 hits apiece to lead San Diego. Single and a home run for Denorfia, trying for the double thrown out on a relay from left field.
And remember, he hit the ball hard also in the 3rd inning to center field. He has squared the ball up nicely this evening.
Foul back, 2-2. Keith Bell, the bull of the bullpen, is warming up to work the 9th inning. Smacking that catcher's glove. In the dirt. Did not go around. 3-2. Curveball. Ooh, up and in. A little chin music. Ball 4. So the leadoff man on with a walk, Bartlett, and Headley steps in. Again, if you're just joining us, Astros took the lead in the 4th inning on a triple by Johnson and a squeeze bunt from catcher Tolles. Padres answered with 2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3 singles. Bartlett, Headley, Ludwig drove in 1, and Cunningham doubled in the second run to give the San Diego Padres a 2-1 lead, and Kristen Norfia's home run over the center field fence in the 5th inning boosted the lead to 3-1. That's where we stand here in the 8th. Headley with a hit tonight. 13 straight games he's hit safely. 1 for 3. Grounded to short and flied to right. Now batting left-handed for the first time. Way outside.
This is a command issue that I was talking about Rodriguez when he took the hill. It would be nice to see the Padres take out a policy here, get a little insurance to add on to 3.
Just looking ahead to the 9th inning for the Astros. Keppinger, Wallace, and Johnson are scheduled. Off the corner, and it's 2-1. Way outside, 3-1. Interesting note on the scoreboard. Headley on the current 25-man roster is one of 2 switch hitters. Who's the other one? Pat Neshek. We may never see him hit, but he claims to hit from both sides, or at least swing from both sides. 3 balls and a strike to Headley. High fly ball left field. Lee waiting for it to come down. 1 away.
I think Carlos Zambrano comes to mind as well as being a switch hitter.
Now that man can hit.
Yeah, the big Z.
Ludwig 1 for 2 tonight. Grounded to third. Singled in a run and scored himself in the 4th. Came in on the Cunningham double. And was safe on catcher's interference in the 6th inning. No charged at bat. 1 for 2. Bartlett thrown out trying to steal back in the 5th inning. Takes his lead. Curveball down low to Ludwig. Misses low again.
You know, when I look at the scorecard on the Astros side, Dustin Mosley, nice job, 7 innings, but he finished up strong. 6, 7, 8. Correct me if I'm wrong. Retired the last 8.
Yes, and then Adams with the 3 up, 3 down, so 11 straight Astros retired.
And he really got a good feel for that curveball as the game went on.
That ball is line foul. Got out in front. That's a place where you're going to get some foul balls down there.
Yep. That's why you got to bring your guante. You got to bring that glove to the ball yard. Although this gentleman here catches it barehanded.
Mighty pleased about it as well. So are the people around him. 2 balls and a strike to Ludwig. Fouled off the plate umpire's chest protector.
Kevlar, you got to love it. An umpire and a catcher's best friend. Bulletproof.
Count levels at 2-2 to Ryan Ludwig. 1 out here in the last of the 8th. Fernando Rodriguez, the relief pitcher on the mound. He hung one there.
Yes, he did.
Catcher Tolles wanted that ball outside and low.
This is one that Ryan Ludwig wants back. It's a hanger. It says hit me all over, and just a little bit where he fouled it off in between the dugout and the third base bag, out in front of it and topping that ball. So it's just a little bit too quick to the baseball there.
Bartlett goes, and another foul. Curveball. Arizona getting some good pitching tonight. 4-0. They lead going into the 9th inning. San Francisco and Colorado, excellent pitching there as well. The Giants lead 3-1 in the top of the 8th against the Rockies. Start tonight, San Francisco a half game in front of the Diamondbacks. Back with the 2-2 pitch. First a check on Bartlett.
I'm checking the numbers for J.R. Tolles behind the plate. The Houston catcher's only thrown out 15%.
He did get Bartlett tonight. Padres without a steal in the series, although they lead the National League in most stolen bases. There goes Bartlett. High pop up off third and into the seats. Well, that's the kind you don't want to challenge. Let that one hit the seat and then grab it. That was way up there.
Looks like everybody's okay. Those are the ones also you got to watch. Like you said, the second bounce, you hit a chair, you can get it right in the lips. You got to watch that first bounce.
Back with a 2-2 again, Rodriguez. Bartlett on the run, ball in the dirt. He's got it stolen. His 10th of the year. And a full count. Ludwig has a chance to pick up another RBI. He's got one tonight to raise his total to 37. He's among the top 10 in the National League and runs batted in.
You know, they picked a good pitch to run on as well. A bad pitch in the dirt. It was a changeup.
And he walked him. Second walk by Rodriguez in the inning. Will bring up Cantu. Brad Mills has not indicated he wants anyone to start throwing down in that right field bullpen. Padres a chance to bolster their lead, increase that 3-1 advantage. Keith Bell, a long last of the 8th inning here with the walks from Rodriguez, and he's been ready for a long time, just standing on. Occasionally will soft toss as he watches the action from his perch out in the bullpen. Cantu grounded to short, popped to second, and struck out tonight. Misses inside.
That strike zone starting to float around on Rodriguez. The first inning, no walks. He's walked 2 this inning.
Swing and a miss. I saw you. You've been away for a week. Checking on your mail today. You know, your fans.
Sure.
Check in with you. And I just want to advise you, as Yogi Berra said, never answer anonymous letters. So be careful. Be careful.
Oh, Yogi.
1-1. And another swing and a miss by Cantu. That Yogi is battling some issues that he fell. Certainly send out our best to one of the most colorful characters ever produced by this game. 1-2 to Cantu. 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Struck him out. Cantu continues to struggle below the Mendoza line. Second strikeout for Rodriguez. And it's up to Aaron Cunningham, who was grounded to short, doubled in a run, and walks.
No, Rodriguez seems to be one of those pitchers as a hitter. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a comfortable at bat. I mean, you don't know where this guy's going to throw it. It really wasn't a good cut that Jorge took. It was a fastball down and in off the plate.
Let's check our hit of the game, brought to you by El Cajon Ford. Worth the short drive from anywhere in the county, or shop online at elcajonford.com. Aaron Cunningham drilling one down the left field line. Just fair. That drove in the Padres' second run and gave them a 2-1 lead back in the 4th inning. Brad Hopp now is going to pinch hit for Aaron Cunningham, who has delivered a big blow in the Padre cause tonight. Cunningham. Hopp with 4 home runs, .239 average. So Rick Renteria, the acting manager. Bud Black thrown out back in the 4th inning. Second time he's been ejected. And Renteria 3 outs away from the best record of any manager in baseball. 2-0, 1,000.
Brad Arnsberg, the pitching coach for the Astros, out to have a little chat with Rodriguez. Righty on lefty, a little scouting report on Brad Hopp.
Hopp with a chance to do some damage here with 2 on, 2 out. Takes it just out of the strike zone. A changeup. 85 on a changeup from Rodriguez. So his fastball around 94. (2-0). Another changeup. So apparently that was the message taken out by the pitching coach Arnsberg. See if we can't get him off balance with changeups. Now what'll be the call?
I'm guessing Rodriguez wants to keep that fastball, if he does choose to throw a fastball, away.
Bartlett at second, Ludwig at first.
Wow.
3 in a row. A curveball off speed.
That was a doozy of a pitch. 12-6er. And 2-0. Splits the heart of the plate.
Wicked cut, but again off speed. 79. Another curveball. 2-2. Arizona has won a shutout, 4-0. I think that was Cole Mentor, the Central Michigan Chippewa on the hill tonight. He's really pitched well. That'd make him 4-1. Another curveball hangs outside. 3-2. So the runners, Bartlett at second, Ludwig at first, will be off with this next pitch. Giants are batting with the lead 3-1, bottom of the 8th. And now the 3-2 pitch. Foul tip into the glove. No.
Umpires.
Yes, it was caught cleanly, says plate umpire Gibson. He's looking out for help from his fellow umpire. And Hopp thought it might have bounced before caught by Gibson.
Right.
Skipped into the glove. Little uncertainty in Gibson. He was looking for help. Let's see what it. You can see why Hopp thought maybe. No, he caught it cleanly.
Yes, he did.
Strike 3. All 4 games on that last road trip, despite the tremendous heat and humidity, he delivered. His record 2-1. With his save count now at 14 for the year. 181 batting average against. And under 2 in the ERA column. He'll be facing Keppinger, Wallace, and Johnson.
Well, remember, Heath worked those 4 games in a row, and the breaking ball was a little flat, right? Well, he's had plenty of rest. The wing should be feeling pretty darn good for Heath. Let's keep an eye on the velocity of the fastball and the sharpness of that power curveball.
Eric Patterson moves into right field on the double switch. He'll be batting 9th in the order. Insert Bell in Cunningham's spot, number 6. First pitch at 92 for a strike. Well, you said plenty of rest for Bell. Actually, only 1 day's rest. He pitched on Wednesday night. But for him, that's a lot of rest. He's ready to go. Give me the ball. Aaron Balsley has a great bullpen. Best in baseball. And Bell trying to follow up on Adams' perfect 1-2-3 inning with a couple of strikeouts by closing the deal here in the 9th. The curveball misses. 2-1. Couple of comebackers by Keppinger hit hard, but Mosley took care of both of them. Also flied to right. That's on the inside corner. Boosts that velocity up another mph. It's 93. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Struck him out. Goes after a fastball outside. 1 away.
Not only velocity, but location of the fastball is a key when a guy feels good and confident. Boy, Heath getting through that pitch, getting up on top, good downward plane, and Keppinger going after a ball off the plate.
Brett Wallace, 2 hard outs to short and second, and struck out. Starts him with a curveball.
See the sharpness of that curveball? Getting up on top of it, getting that good rotation.
After 3 straight saves and pitching a 4th night in Atlanta, that curveball was a little flat, but he, as the Brits would say, bravely got through that 9th inning. 2-0. Dangerous Chris Johnson, who homered last night and has 2 triples tonight, is on deck. Three and 0. Wallace trying to get on, bring that tying run to the plate here in the 9th. And 4 pitches, he's on. No, the tying run with 1 out steps to the plate. Chris Johnson, 4 for 7 in the series, a single, 2 triples, and a home run. Homered into the left field seats last night, a 380-foot clout. Tripled his first 2 times up tonight. Fouls it back. Had a good rip.
Yes, he did. Well, that's exactly where Heath Bell wants to throw it, down and away. Can't get hurt there.
That walk breaks a string of 12 straight outs by Mosley, Adams, and Bell.
Well, Johnson's only grounded into 1 double play this year.
I was thinking the same thing. Infield at double play depth.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, 2 strikes now. As Johnson late on that swing, 95. Hiked that one up there a little faster. Curveball?
You might see it, yeah. It's sharp. Oh, high fastball. And the reason I cheated on that one because Rob Johnson was out of the crouch, wanting the high, giving the high target, I should say, to Heath Bell.
Wallace at first, one out here in the ninth, a 3-1 Padre lead.
Okay, so he went up the ladder, 0-2. Curveball, get it down there. Fastball away, shook him off. Fastball away.
Well, when I'm running the umpires association, those are going to be strikes.
Thank you. I agree with you.
Letter high, strike.
I'll vouch for you.
1-2 the count now on a dangerous hitter, Chris Johnson.
Curveball.
Got him. Set him up beautifully. So Adams strikes out 2 in the 8th. Bell punches out 2 here in the 9th, and the Astros down to their final out.
Look, I was talking to Darren Ballsy. When a guy's ahead, a pitcher is ahead. You know, there are pitches you can throw out of the zone. That one is just out of the zone, out of the hand to the hitter. That looks like it's going to be a strike.
Matt Downs is going to hit for the catcher, Tolles. Representing the tying run. Downs, a .259 hitter, has 3 home runs. Swing and a miss. He's greeted with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
No, Heath Bell can smell it. He could smell that save.
Foul back, and the Astros are down to their last strike. $20,056 here at Petco tonight. Trying to spur the Padres on to a much-needed home win. 2 strikes to count on the pinch hitter Downs. Just off the corner with a fastball, running away from the hitter. 2-2.
Well, not only does Heath Bell want to record a save here and notch up a W for his ball club, but Dustin Mosley pitched a gem tonight. He wants a W next to his name in the paper tomorrow.
That one was sailed back into the crowd. Count stays at 2-2, 2 outs. Top of the 9th. Wallace at first base for Houston. And pinch hitter Matt Downs battling Heath Bell. Ground ball softly to third. Tough play. Headley gets him, and the ball game is over. Bell rings up another, his 15th save, and the Padres have won it 3-1. The 10th home win of the season, a long home season it has been, and maybe this victory will kick off a winning pattern for San Diego here at Petco Park. A well-pitched game, some timely hitting, Denorfia's home run, an insurance blow, and the Padres have squared this 4-game series with a 3-1 win. And we'll be right back with the totals after this.